Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals.
This is it.
This is the show.
This is the grand finals.
The grand finals of the LAGTV Bronze through Masters Legacy of the Void tournament. All random, all the time. Mr. MaximusBlack, hit me up with an old school noise. Down here in the bottom right-hand position of Runes of Ceres, we have a tumescent cake, the fake tumescent pie, because the cake is a lie. And up here in the top right, we have Oak in Hebrew, the man who I think has this, if only because he is a random player. And you gotta give it to somebody who already plays random in an all-random tournament.
Very true. I don't remember what tumescent cake means. I'll have to take a look at that after this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a best of 5. So we're going to have some games going on here. Every game so far has been a landslide. Not in terms of how fast the games are over, although we had a couple of fast games. But it's been 2-0s, 2-0s,
It's been
2-0s, 2-0s.
one-sided for sure.
And hopefully this time we will get a little bit of back and forth going and get some suspense created for this series. If not, at the very least, it's hopefully we'll have at least 3 solid games between the two. Both players showing a lot of promise here, but I have to side with Adam. Oak and Hebrew being a random player only.
And he's shown he just plays well.
He plays well with all the races.
So the dream is real.
But
Cases are real. The decisions are final.
But I gotta go with my bias here and stick with my Protoss.
Okay,
let's go Tumescent Cake.
For this game, siding with
you
the
know what?
Protoss.
I'm gonna side with Tumescent Cake.
Okay,
for the series.
Okay. Oh,
for the whole thing.
You didn't even look that confident when you said that.
I'm not confident, but I'm gonna do it.
You don't even look that confident. Just like yeah, I'm gonna side with Tumescent Cake.
Who do you guys think in the chat and in this video? Who do you guys think is going to take this?
I think Oak and Hebrew has got this in the bag, so to speak. This is going to be an interesting match to watch, if only because, once again, we've managed to avoid Terran altogether. We've also managed to avoid, miraculously, a mirror matchup. And we have 2 guys who are pretty close in skill, and so I'm hoping that we have a bit more of a clash, so to speak, than we had before, and we're on a monstrous map, which should lend itself to a little bit more of that sweet late game action. And that's what I'm going to hope and dream for. Right now, we have Oak and Hebrew getting that link speed to finish just probably around the time he ends up in the base. Tumescent going to get some of that early game information. Meanwhile, we have an Adept coming out, a Stargate as well, and Warpgate. So it looks like Tumescent might be thinking something a little MaximusBlacky.
Well, he's going to be fine here for this attack. Opening up the Stargate. Oh, I don't call him MaximusBlacky because I don't open up Stargate against Zerg ever. Never, ever. If this was PvT, yes, for sure. But I never open up Stargate, and it's not a terrible thing. Opening up one Oracle, then transitioning into Phoenix. It's not terrible. Some players just go right into Phoenix and just start picking off Overlords. But we'll see what he decides to do down this way. Is he going to drop just a bunch of gates, or is he going to get a Robo? Is he only getting out the... okay, he's going to start with Phoenix. So it is going to be a Phoenix build, which is good, but it's going to be dangerous at the same time against the Zerg that is getting a lot of Speedlings, and you're putting your minerals and tech into the Stargate, and you're not going to have much else to go with it.
Well, he's got the Adept in the way, and he's going to get that overcharge. So he's baited the overcharge, which is nice. If anything, that was a pretty big boon for him, and if he, I don't know if he has Baneling Nest behind this, I don't think he does, no. But it would have been a nice thing to have at this point in time. He's going to have that Phoenix going up and around.
See, this is why I don't open up Stargate, because Zergs that are, like, cheesier and they want to just end you.
You got a lot of Zerglings to contend with.
Yeah, and now he's going to lose this base, and you only have 1 overcharge. Remember, it costs 50 energy now. What is he going to do here? He's just going to have to let this go. He's never going to have... I shit you not, Adam, when you do a fast overcharge against Speedlings like this, you're better off killing your own mothership and rebuilding it so that you have another 50 energy. I've done that in many of games. I've seen people do it. You almost have to in some cases, because now the Zerg is on 3 base, Protoss on 1. He's going Phoenix, but he's doing nothing with them. And even if he was out there picking off an Overlord here or there, it's not going to save him. It's just not.
Well, here's the bigger problem is because he opened with the Phoenix to go up there the first point and showed his cards. In this case, he's already got Spore Crawlers to contend with now, and he's building an Oracle, which is going to be pretty much useless now up against those Spore Crawlers. So even his one thing that could have helped him try to scratch his way back into the game in terms of having those Oracles do some economic damage, he showed his cards with that Phoenix, and now he's not going to be able to really do anything with those Oracles.
Roach Horn has gone down here, but I highly doubt we're going to see mass Roaches. I'm thinking he's going to go into Mutas from here, believe it or not. Even with the Spire, he's not continuing to build Phoenix, and he sees that. If he was non-stop Phoenix, the Phoenixes would be out there in numbers picking off Overlords, but it's not the case. He's got 2 Phoenix. He's starting to get more Oracles. I don't know. I mean, he could really go anything at this point and win. He's on 3 bases. If he wanted to get Ravagers and try and bust the front, he can go ahead and do that. But I think the safe bet would be literally just to go into Mutas.
Yeah, I was going to say Muta at this point.
Mutaling.
I mean, he's only producing. He's like you said, he's not producing any more Phoenix. He's gone right into producing.
Third attempt, you'll never get this base down. This game is done. You'll never get it down.
He's pretty much just kind of on his heels and waiting at this point. I agree. I would be going directly into Muta myself because you know that he's only producing stuff that's not going to do anything.
Hydra's not a bad one. In fact, I think Hydra makes a little bit more sense than Muta, just maybe on the off chance that the Protoss is hiding Phoenix, but I think it's pretty evident that he wasn't going for Phoenix anyway.
Yeah. At the same time, like you said, he could pretty much go whatever the hell he wanted.
He could go whatever he wants, man. He could literally
just go Ling Baneling and win the game at this point. So he's got to do a lot of work here. But again, like I said in the last casting that we did, it's LAGTV. You never know who's going to throw.
Well, I like the fact that he's going over here and he's trying to make something happen. He's going to have to drop here on the low ground. He's got to deal with like 4 different hotkeys right now, 5 now with the Adept, the Sentry, the Phoenix, the Oracles, the Warp Gate. I mean, you've got to deal with literally 5 different control groups for that army.
You've just got to let that one go.
Yep.
And just accept the loss, burn that card, move on, next game, and try to make it happen next time around. Some unfortunate mistakes there. Oak! Professor Oak! He's got the calling card. He knows if it's a boy or a girl. He knows that he's going to be going with Charmander because you always go with Charmander.
Yep.
And he's going to take that first game.
Char. GG. Shoutouts to our sponsors, Lootcrate, G2A, and JORD. Go join those giveaways in the description below. We're gonna we'll be right back with game number 2 of the grand finals. That was a one-sided thing, but I'm telling you that map and the speedlings and going Stargate, it's normally a really bad time, and we saw that there. Curious to see what Tumesson is going to pick for his map. We'll find out in just a couple of moments. We'll be right back.